What's up, family? It's day 20 and I feel fine. So much happened yesterday. I was hyper salient. I learned the word salient, aberrant salience, where neutral things have special meaning. I think it links back to the idea that sounds have emotions for me and everything's for me. When someone has a dirty look or makes a noise, like it's for me. So I learned a bit about some medical terminology for what's going on, like that leads to paranoia. So I guess salience at the far end is paranoia. Every little thing starts to piece together into like a plot against you. And I had a rough time at work. I forgot to take my hydroxyzine. So I could raise my antipsychotic, but I'm getting side effects. So AI helped me out a lot. It said like that's why you have the hydroxyzine, so you don't have to up your antipsychotic dose. You can take this antihistamine hydroxyzine to lower your salience in a non-antipsychotic way. So it's like it's a better short-term solution. Just keep my risperidol at 2 milligrams, because it says going from 2 to 3 milligrams is actually like riding an exponential curve. So it's not just linear, it's not 50% more, it's way more than 50% more. So I can't afford to get edema, I have shortness of breath, and there's one, blood pressure changes. I get up and down at work, so I'll deal with like a little bit of sedation from the hydroxyzine. I just took one. It's 3:45 a.m. So I'll be able to take one like in the late afternoon, like 3:45 p.m. and I'll take one in between, which would be like 9 or 10 a.m., which is perfect. I'm doing laundry today. I'm probably gonna shower. I kind of have to. It sucks taking your shower the day before work because you don't get much credit for it. But that's what I have to do because I work at 6 a.m. and the pool doesn't open till like 9 or 10 or something. Yeah, I feel pretty calm. Like I have this pain in my back, which I now starting to think that it's like my lat attachments to my spine or my shoulder blade attachments to my spine or both. And my camping mat, my sleeping pad is air, a thermarest. So it's not helping. Like if I can scratch the money, I think like the foam pads at Walmart are really cheap. If they have them, they just take up a ton of space. So it's like, I'm gonna have to really reorganize my car. I have 0. I'm already like 10% over full, to the point where I'm like reorganizing stuff and creating a mess every time I need to get something that's not just right on the surface. But, and then I'm looking at these 2 tennis balls that are like taped together with electrical tape in a figure 8, like a peanut is what they call it in the physical therapy world. I have 2 lacrosse balls too, but those are too dense for where I'm at. Like I'm so tight there, or it's in so much pain or strain's a better word, that I need to start with the tennis balls because they're larger and softer, so they'll give like more space around the spine, because the way those diameters of the tennis ball meet, there's a bigger gap in between them for the spine. So I actually think like I was like, man, I need to find a place to lie down to get this done, but I think my back's so tight that I could just put it behind my thoracic spine. That's where it hurts, kind of like the bottom of the thoracic spine. I could put it behind my back sitting in my car and I would get crazy benefit from it. I might even roll up like a towel or a t-shirt once I do laundry and put it in my thoracic spine there on the car seat. See if I'm getting the relief that I'm expecting, because then that would point me in the right direction. But so we got laundry, we got a big day at the library. Opus Clips, I'm gonna be able to buy it today. Once my daily pay comes through, I'm gonna buy it because today's an off day and it's really fun for me to make clips for the TikTok for you guys. They'll come out on Instagram Reels eventually, but right now it's just on TikTok. I'm trying to simplify my approach, simplify my learning curve, and I'm doing well there. My top video has got 800 views, thank God. So we have new goals, man. We're gonna try to break 1,000. I only have 12 followers. Followers aren't huge on TikTok, but I think I'm on a march toward like 100 followers and 1,000 likes. I have 100 something likes. So I am gonna pay $29. I have like 17 right now. 17 bucks right now in my checking. It should go up by like 60. So it'd be like 75 or 80 sometime during the day. I'll buy Opus Clip, and then I can make Opus Clips for like my next 5 days. So I think I went through day 4. So I can go through day like, I'm skipping a couple. 6 is all audio. It's just a pure mukbang when I was too terrified to talk in the woods and too frustrated about it. So we're skipping that. We're skipping the hunter story for now. So plus 5 will get me to like 12, I think. And 12's a 2-parter, so it'll actually be 6 batches of Opus Clips. And then CapCut gives me really good AI generated clips, but only gives one. You have to wait like 5 or 10 minutes just for one clip. So we'll do that too. Those are better for YouTube, because you can get an honest to God like 3 to 5 minute clip. That's fire. So we'll do that. I got one more, my backup iPhone, the one we're recording on right now. It only has one more daily vlog that hasn't been uploaded. And I can't do that in my main county. I gotta go to the next county over to get the fast Wi-Fi to get that uploaded. But by the time I get there, in a few days, I'll have more, so that'll be economical. It'll make sense. My family really came through on my birthday. I don't want to tell you how much I got to Chipotle. It's embarrassing. But I enjoyed a steak fajita bowl, like the carne asada. I would never buy it for myself. It's like $11 base. I got that with like black beans, double tomato, hot sauce, fajita, like pepper and onion, some cheese, some corn. I ate that in like 5 minutes and didn't feel indigestion at all. And I got a big Arnold Palmer and then a Diet Coke to go. I also at this point, wouldn't be buying myself a drink, but it was like, basically my birthday was the day after. And I just gotten off work. I made like 75 bucks, so it was a big deal. Oh yeah, but Salience. Did I say it at work? My Salience was a problem. Yeah, I need to take hydroxyzine before work and maybe even like on my break, because that'll be like 3 hours after my first dose, and that's when you're allowed to take it again. Any mild sedation from it is like overwhelmed by the fact that you're like, your heart's pumping and you're working your body so hard. But yesterday was backbreaking. I had to do literal beverage. I'm in food and beverage, but I had to do beverage. And like, if you have to like reorganize shelves, so you've got like 1,000 gallons of beverage that you have to stock first thing in the morning, which took me like 2.5 hours, 2 hours 45 minutes, something like that, which I think is actually really efficient. The cart was so heavy that it took 2 people to push it off the line and maneuver it in the back room through tiny spaces. And then like, if you're rearranging shelves, you have to move like 10-20 gallons of liquid just to create space for the right product if things are misstocked. So I probably moved a ton, or well, whatever, something pretty high, like a gallon 6 pounds. So I think I definitely moved a ton of weight, like 2,000 pounds of weight. Like it was more than you'd do if you went weightlifting and was doing like 5x5 sets or 3x8 sets. My legs are getting really strong though. My knee hurt a little bit. So you have to go down on your knee, like on the cement floor or tile floor at the store. So they get kind of bruised up. But then also, I did a dumb thing. I carried a whole 6-pack of gallon waters, which weighs like almost 50 pounds. I carried it like 100 feet to where I had to backstock it. But it was so dumb because I learned that you just break that down and carry 2 gallons at a time. Like you don't need to backstock the whole box together. That was inefficient and like dangerous on my knee and back, because like that's my lifeline. If my knee or my back hurt and I have to call out, that's like, that's like a sign to them that maybe this job isn't for me. So gotta protect my body. So I learned that lesson the hard way. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I made it to the Monday, Tuesday. I have today off, and like I know that it's feasible to make it to the Wednesday or Thursday, Friday. So it's like a 4 out of 5 days I'm working, which is like a lot at this job. Everyone complains about their hours, but I'm getting, this is real money this week. $250. I'll clear like $250. I'll only clear 200, about 200 the next 2 weeks, because I'm only scheduled 3 days. So this is like a proving ground week. Like if I can show up for my shifts and do like C+ to A- work, that's kind of my range. But I'm like, I was like solid B+ both days. But like I think because I'm new, they're rating me at like a C+ because they're frustrated that like I waste time sometimes. Not out of laziness, just like I have to double back, or like I take a bathroom break at the wrong time. I just don't have the cycles and the rhythms and the tricks yet. So it's like I'm giving A effort and I'm getting like C+ to B+ results. But this week's a proving ground, and then it just gets easier from here because I have 2 weeks to 3 days, and then like, yeah, they'll probably put me back on 4 days and maybe 5 days at some point before New Year's. But like doing it Monday through Friday with the Wednesday off, that's the proving ground. I do work 4 days in a row coming up, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or something like that. That's gonna be harder than this week because this is just two by two with the Wednesday off. So that's like another proving ground. Can I get into a cycle where I'm like getting out of work, eating lunch, have dinner prepared for camp, and get to camp by 3:30 because sunsets at 5:30. So that would be challenge 2, and then challenge 3 would probably be my first 5-day work week. Yeah, but I'm going out to the other forest. I'm going west, actually earlier than I thought. So like this Friday, I get off at 11:30. And if I eat lunch at Chipotle by work, and then I basically drive straight out to the woods, like 2 hours, well, it's like it'll literally take me an hour and 45 minutes, but let's just call it 2 hours. I like to always round up. When you're homeless, you gotta round up because you're actually late to every checkpoint you have for the day. Because shit just takes more time. Like you forget that you have to organize your car, clean out shit, go to bathrooms. Like bathrooms take a long time when you're homeless because you gotta find a parking space, walk into the building, sometimes wait for a stall, whatever. Things just take time. So 2 hours. So I'll be done lunch by noon because sometimes they keep me to 11:30. So I had to get out there by 2. Which is like exactly what I'd want, because I might need an extra, that gives me 90 minutes to look for another campsite if like my first spot's not what I want, because I might have to drive pretty far across the forest itself. Like that gives me total time. I love that, an hour and a half like before 3:30 to like reposition myself, because I've got like 7 zones. It's a massive forest, and I have like 7 zones that are like either 1 or 2, like a forest road with a couple spurs that all allow dispersed camping, but they're not that close together. So if I do fail at my first one, like there's just it's littered with campers. I mean, I might like that. It might feel generally more safe, but yeah, so yeah, maybe if it's dead empty, then I'll go to another one. I don't know, but that's the plan. So Friday, leave town by noon. That's tough. Yeah, I like the 2-hour rounding. I got a notification from DoorDash. That's funny. I don't do that right now. When you're working 20, 25 hours a week at your retail job, you don't want to do DoorDash. You don't have enough time. Okay, what else did I get for my birthday? I got a $100 gas card. That's crazy. I already spent like 20 of it filling up my tank. That was nice. I'm grateful for that. To fill up my tank to the point where it's topped off and it went click. And like when you fill your tank, you don't drop off that top level of the meter for like over 50 miles. Like it's full. I do need to get a gas cap, and yeah, once I get paid today, I can do it today. I just gotta buy a generic gas cap at a Walmart, because that's like gonna give me better fuel economy, because my car's parked in the desert for a couple years, and like temps got over 105, like 105 to 110 on a daily basis for 2 summers. And I failed emissions inspection out here because I had a leaky gas cap. So once I get that, that should give me better gas mileage. Maybe only by like 0.5%, but that matters. Oh, and I got a Chick-fil-A gift card, which is dope. It's not as healthy as Chipotle, but like I only get double chicken sandwiches, so it's like 10 or 11 bucks to get 2 of those. No soda there, no fries, no nothing. I'm still watching my sodium. I don't want to have caffeine after my morning coffee. That just adds to shortness of breath. It adds to anxiety. It fuels paranoia, actually. Like, if you have hypervigilance problems, and you're like on caffeine and nicotine, you're extra paranoid. I've noticed that. So I'm just here in a grocery store parking lot this time, not a Walmart. And I think the channel's gonna do good, guys. I think this makes a lot of sense. Day 20, I think we're halfway there. The Bible, 40 is a special number in the Bible. 40 days and 40 nights. In fairy tales, it's a biblical number, it's a round number. What I think 40 is see, 30 is 1 lunar cycle, thereabouts. So I think 40 is colloquially, like proverbially to the human psyche, 40 is the smallest number. That's a long time. It's kind of the bottom range of long time. So we're gonna do 40, 4 by 10 days, right? It's not 1 lunar cycle, it's a lunar cycle and 10 extra days. So I think we'll do 40. I think I'll be homeless. I might become a Bedouin. I might just be a rover. So, like, I don't want to blow my money once I save up 500 to 1,000. Like, I don't want to blow it on a security deposit for a room share or something. I'd rather just keep camping. I need a fleece hat to camp. I got the socks, I got the clothes, but my sleeping bag only goes down to 40. 37 and 40 it says in 2 different places. And it is, in December it's going to be in the 30s overnight. That's why I keep waking up at 2 a.m. It's so cold. So actually, if I get hooked up with the 4 a.m. shifts, December could work for me camping, because I could basically wake up in the dead of night when it's freezing. The weather wakes me up. But yeah, I want to make it through December out in the woods. So I got to figure out every way to get warmer. I do have this nice, like, Southwestern style blanket that I can wrap around me as like a sleeping bag liner. When I put it over my sleeping bag, it only improves my warmth by like 5%. But I think if I wrapped it around myself like a burrito and then went into my sleeping bag, it would like warm me by 20%. So we got to try that. So we're halfway, guys. If you're watching this, you made it halfway through the video, but you also made it halfway through the series. I'm gonna call it homeless. Probably call it 40 days homeless or something like that. But I'll be homeless more than 40 days, because 40 days will only get me midway through December. And even if I want to hightail it out of here, I'm gonna stay at my seasonal job until they stop giving me hours, which would probably be Christmas. I mean, that would be a really opportune time to leave, because I could go see family in the period of Christmas to New Year's. That would put a lot of miles on my car, though. But they're roughly where I want to be when I hit the road again. So that's not too bad. I could also offload some of my stuff at a family member's house. Do a real shakedown. I could cut out half my weight. I would just need like 10 days to do some business. I need to do some mailings to Social Security, try to get my SSDI cleared. I got a lot of paperwork in my trunk that like needs to be mailed out. It's already printed, so I brought it with me because it costs like $15 to print my full packet. It's a lot of medical evidence. And I printed like 3 or 4 copies. So, and then it costs like $15 to mail each one to different offices. So yeah, Christmas I could leave my retail job, do paperwork till New Year's, and then New Year's drive out to a new spot and make a new series. Whisperlight's going really well. I've only done 2, but like second one's ramen, go check it out. But like the noodles are like super soft and squishy. Like speed matters a lot in Whisperlight cooking. So I almost like want to put the chicken and vegetables in first, which is like backward in your head, but I want my noodles like al dente. So yeah, we can do other ramen meals. I don't want to do any fresh food cooking. Like I don't want to bother with ice in a cooler. For now, I can't afford food poisoning, but it also just like makes things more complicated. I'm definitely not doing raw meat like until I'm fully situated, either in my vehicle with more space and like clearance for like different areas. I can't get like foodborne illness like that, but the directions that could go are pretty cool. Like I talked to AI, like what I want to do next is like Cajun rice and beans. But then there's all these one potters. Like you don't even have to buy the backpacking meals. You can just buy the pouches at Walmart that are like, I think they're like $3. And it's like 400 to 600 calories. So it's perfect. It's like a one pot meal that'll fit in my mess kit boiler. And I could even like add a can of chicken to that. Oh, with ramen, I love chili ramen. And then there's this roast beef, canned roast beef Walmart brand that I really liked. I got it once. So that would be dope to mix those two together with like lima beans, or this mixed vegetable can I have has celery in it. I just think celery would taste so good with chili ramen with roast beef in it. It's like beef shoulder. They call it roast beef, but it's like beef shoulder type stuff in a can. It's really good. Doesn't compare at all to the Chipotle carne asada, but yeah. So I'm relaxed today, and my Vistral should hit hydroxyzine Vistral, same thing. My Vistral should be hitting in like 15 minutes, so it's like this is a good start. I only had 1 iced tea, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. Yesterday at Chipotle, like I had that afternoon caffeine. It was only noon, but like still, that got my heart racing, and like that got me scared. Like I'm scared about my heart because all like multiple of the meds I'm on 5 of them, affect your heart rhythm, your heart strain, and then like paranoia affects your heart a lot. So I already accidentally cut back on cigarettes because this is gold. If you notice, it's gold and not yellow. They were out of yellow, so I got gold, and I think I'm gonna keep going gold. Plus they're organic, so they're even healthier for you, but they're a lighter cigarette. It's literally just like a lighter color. It's less nicotine than the yellows. So it's like, it works with my compulsion. So I'm compulsively smoking, but like I'm not drawing in as much nicotine, so my blood pressure's not going up as much. Man, like I'm also at risk of stroke, which apparently is lack of oxygen to your brain. I'm at risk of stroke, like heart problems, heart attack. And people just think I'm anxious. My medical providers just think I'm anxious and paranoid about these things, but they're legit problems. And in the end, I think edema was like totally. Day 2, if you go watch it, I found a campsite. And I was so excited, I decided to camp regardless of lack of preparation. And I only had like a half liter of water left, so I drank Progresso soup broth after I picked out all the solids. And AI like told me that it would be neutral on my hydration, but I don't think we didn't get to the point in the conversation where I was like at risk of edema because I'm on a antipsychotic that gives you edema, and that, I don't know, like it just didn't give me the right answer. It told me to drink the broth. But that was crazy. It gave me crazy swollen ankles, like crazy. And I worked so hard to get them to go down. I didn't take photos or anything, so like, I don't think my nurse believes me. Which we would file that under paranoia, because she probably believes me. But like, I'm paranoid that no one trusts me because I don't trust anyone. Yada, yada, yada. It's like cry wolf. Like if you've been a hypochondriac in the past and you're struggling through real problems, like your family, your providers, they presume first off that it's just more cry wolf, it's more hypochondria, which I've been through. Like I had a seizure, and it changed my life, man. It put the fear of God in me, and it was horrific, and it pulled up a lot of PTSD, because it was like an existential event, like a full nervous system event, a tonic-clonic seizure, and it's super embarrassing too. You feel so vulnerable and ashamed, which is so strange. But some people in my life, I'm sure, don't believe I had a seizure, or like think it was what's called a psychogenic seizure, because if you're schizoaffective bipolar subtype, like it is plausible that you would have what's called a psychogenic non-epileptic seizure. But I've looked at that at every angle. I've looked at my medical records, like my white blood cells spiked post-seizure on the blood test and some other things. White blood cells and then some other biomarkers that just prove that it was epileptic. Like if you had a non-epileptic, you wouldn't get physiological changes. So that puts me at ease. Like I know what I know. I know that I had a tonic-clonic epileptic seizure, but others don't. So it's like that even was a cry wolf scenario. So shout out in the comments or follow if you've had a cry wolf problem where you're ill, you're like chronically ill, and maybe you have an acute illness and people just don't have time for you during that acute phase. It hurts, man. So I'm there for you. I understand. When people are complaining about medical problems, it's like, well, I believe them. Like it's not even like taking them at face value. Like I actually believe them. Like if people are in pain, they're in pain. You know, if they have pain, it's real. Pain is real when you feel it. So if someone's expressing they feel pain, it's real. Physical, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual even, so. Yeah. I wonder if you guys can hear the road noise. I'm pretty close to a freeway, so. Comment if you can hear the road noise. We're at 27. I just want to talk to you forever. When I get a good spot and I have a good vibe, I just don't want to stop talking. So, am I actually looking forward to going out to the New Forest? Yeah, it's a little sketchy though. Like once you get comfortable in a place, it takes a long time to learn a forest, and I learned this first one. And so I know like where I should go and where I can go. But I'm just like alternating A, B right now. And the rangers or someone's gonna like get a tail on me. So it is time to go to New Forest. So it's like I'm not so looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing the sights, like smelling the air. The foliage will be a little different. It's the same region, but it's like probably gonna be a slightly different elevation, different humidity. So I'm looking forward to that, but it like comes with a lot of downside, like heightened senses, which is what I don't want. Like I don't want higher salience or vigilance. So what else am I actually looking forward to? Oh, Opus clips. The idea that I've been begging. If you follow me on TikTok like a month ago, you saw I was like begging people to donate $29 so I could sign up for Opus Clip Pro, but to be able to afford that myself, well, because I got the gas card. So it's like gas is off my accounting for, let's say, like a couple weeks. So I can afford to buy my own Pro account. I mean, they call it Pro. It's just $20 a month, but I'm gonna buy 1 month and see if it really suits me. I know that the tool's awesome, but like they only give you a certain amount of credits. So if I can't do a month's worth of clips in a month, excuse me, then we have a problem, because then it might work out to like 40 or 50 bucks a month to buy extra credits. But that's also, I'm supposed to keep these videos short theoretically, so that because they time the clip consumption of credits by like length of the original video. But okay, yeah, let's look through our to-do list. And I gotta think about what I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to shower because my face is not long enough to shave. My hair feels clean, it's just messy. So it's like almost feels like a waste of a punch. A punch is $4.20. I'm not looking forward to my car insurance bill on November 15th, so that would be like 10 days from now. Wow. I think I'll make like $400, $420. So like I only net $200 extra in the next 10 days if you consider my car insurance. So like that sucks. I'm not looking forward to that. You can say I'm looking forward to the fact that I just realized though I can afford it. As long as they don't cancel my shifts. If I have to DoorDash to cover lost shifts between now and November 15th for that, it's a double pay. It's like a balloon payment. It's a old month of car insurance I didn't pay. That's like coming due. So it's 200 instead of 100. Like, that's good and bad. Let's see what's on my list because I'm sure there's something happy. I gotta get cash back at a grocery store or Walmart so I can do my laundry. Just $10. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the library and the work. Did I mention CapCut? Like CapCut gives you a sick clip that's like 3 to 5 minutes. So those are my main tools, CapCut and Opus Clip. Shout me out if you use either one of those. Shout me out if you use a different one that I should be turned on to. Cause what I want to do, I really like these Whisper Lights videos, but they have like the water's boiling, for instance, and that takes like a minute or two of downtime when I'm not talking. Like, what's a tool that you guys use? The wilderness vloggers out there that have like more produced videos that are like nicely edited, different segments coming together. Like, some of you do that by hand, I know, but I can't. So what tool gives you like a nice montage, but like a 10-minute montage from an hour-long video? I need that bad. Like, that's my future. That's gonna actually get me creator revenue and like a bunch of viral videos, or like 10K view videos on YouTube. That's my goal. Ooh, okay, here's what I'm looking forward to. Is my work yesterday. I grossed $75 yesterday because they made me work an extra half hour. So I have to check daily pay to see when that opens up for transfer. So I'll be checking like every few hours today. So I'm looking forward to actually like seeing my money there and then saying send it to me, scheduling the transfer, and that'll come in 2 days from now. So that'll come in Friday. Ooh, that's nice. So like when I'm out there in the new forest, I'll have a little buffer of money. Oh yeah, and I'm looking forward to my money getting up to 100. Like, my checking account's about to be 100, and it's not gonna drop below. Yeah, because I'll be plus 200, even with the car insurance. So yeah, my money's gonna be at 100 or more between a few days from now. Let's say Friday, would it really be? Yeah, my money's gonna be at 100 from Friday all the way through November 15th. And then 250 is my new goal, and I should earn that shortly after November 15th. Let's see what my actual work days in and around November 15th are. I got 2 bars, so I'm gonna go to the photos. See, I snap photos, screenshots on my schedule. Wow. That 4 days in a row is actually, it straddles November 15th. But it's a weekend. That sucks. So I can't even get that Friday money. That's crazy. On Monday, November 17th, I'll be daily pay ordering 3 shifts. I'll be daily pay ordering like almost $200, but they withhold, so I'll get like 180, 175 bucks coming in on Tuesday, November 18th. So I gotta do more careful math. I'm gonna have to DoorDash, holy shit. I'm gonna have to DoorDash to make my car insurance payment. Well, I'll start scheduling them. Damn it. I'm gonna have to DoorDash. That's a shame. I might not. There's one. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I might DoorDash today. Whatever. So, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, I want to DoorDash. Ooh, the 9th. I'm gonna go see if there's a zone out where I wanna be in the woods. That would help me a lot, but I doubt it. We'll go take a look. Okay, there are zones, but I need to learn the map better. So this is a different video. You're just chilling with me while I do some homework. That's insane, I know, but this is content. 2025, this is content. There are some zones up in that part. So we're gonna go see right now if I can schedule, if I can go live in that part of the state and schedule DoorDashes there from here. We're gonna see, and we're gonna do it together. I know. I will now have 5 zones I operate in as a DoorDasher. Who else DoorDashes and has 5 zones? Mine are spread out though, about like 100 miles. Interesting. Yeah, I can go out to the forest on Friday. I'm gonna have to break camp though. I'm doing 6 a.m. to 10, and then I'm gonna do 11 to 2. So that's 8 hours, but like, you want to do the break in there so that if you miss your first dash or end it early, like you don't lose your second dash. No, 11 to 2 is just 3 hours, so it's 7 hours, $75 a day, let's call it. but that way I can at least make 50. And then Sunday, they only let you start at 6 a.m. in this zone. I guess there's no overnight. Man, Sunday's got better activity, I'm sure. So I'm gonna do 6 to 10, and then 10:30. I can stop the one that ends at 10. I can stop it early. I can stop it at 9 or 9:30. So I still get my hour off to like take a shit or fix something that's broken somehow in my life. So I'll do 10:30 to 2:30 on this Sunday, which is like aggressive because I'd have to get back to camp, but you see how this works. Man, I can't believe I have to DoorDash. I was just thinking my car can rest, but my rough math is like, yeah, I don't want to push it. The one thing is my car insurance does let you like pay a few days late, but I'm already back due, so it's like they might cancel my policy out of nowhere. So I have to get up to $250. Wow, like before the 15th. So I'm gonna be doing heavy math. Oh, interesting. I'm scheduled to dash today, so starting in 3 minutes, I'm gonna change it just so I don't get booted off the network. Cool. So I could dash in 30 minutes for 4.5 hours, which I think I'll do because I'm pretty bored and the library doesn't open anyways for like 4.5 hours. Wow. I'm so glad I scheduled those dashes. That's another tip for people living in their car, like schedule the goddamn dashes even if you don't expect to be working them. You're probably gonna have to. And now that I scheduled it out in this faraway forest, I'm gonna have to go there. I'm committed. And at work. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna do a weekend in this in the boondocks. See if I can make money, but today I'll probably dash for up to 4 hours. Today I should be able to make like $30 to $50 gross, and I have a gas card, so that's cool. I'm basically turning my gas card into cash in a way. So wow, I don't know, do I have the brains to do mental math again? I really want to know how much money I'll have on the 15th just from my daily pays. Wow. See, the 14th doesn't even give me money. The 15th is Saturday. Well, I could get instant pay on daily pay. So let's just say I do that. Okay, so 5 hours on the 14th, 5 hours on the 10th. And then we got, so that's 20 hours. I have 20 hours from my retail job. $25 because of yesterday. So let's just do that. 25 times 1550. 387. Interesting. That's a lot higher than I would have thought. So I have 387 coming in. Yeah, I think that's because I didn't consider I could get instant pay on Friday, which I'm gonna do. It's worth the $2.99 when you have a bill that could cancel your car insurance and you're living in your car. What car insurance do y'all use? I use USAA, and it's like pricey, but I assume it's good. I did have one accident with them, a no-fault accident like 8 years ago, 7 years ago. I do consider them good. They were good in the claims process. But like, what car insurance do you guys use? Because someone in the mental hospital recommended I check out Root because they're like super cheap. But I feel like those are a scam. Like, they just wouldn't pay you if you actually got in an accident, which is like why you have insurance. Yeah, you want to be titled or licensed and insured or whatever and legal, but you want to be able to replace your car for fair market value without like arguing over months. Like, that would be a huge loss if you're living in your car. So I don't think I can change from USA. So just with my retail money, I'd have $175 to spare. So I don't really have to DoorDash. I wonder why. But that would suck to get to November 15th, November 16th, basically. But then I have the 15th, 16th, and 17th money coming in, which is how much? 15 hours times 1550. 232 plus 175. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I'd be able to afford my bill on the 14th, and then by the 19th I'd have $400 in my account. That's compelling. We're gonna call this video accounting. We're gonna call this video rough math. By the 19th I'd have 400, and that's November. I think that's good. I don't think I actually need a DoorDash. I'll keep scheduling them just because, like today, if my car weren't so heavy and I didn't feel like out of sorts, like it's messy. I don't want to be parking it while I go into stores. And I actually have a lot of things I need to burn mental and physical energy on today. So I need to like hit the ground running once laundry opens at 7, which is now only 2 hours. So you see how the thinking goes. So it was a false alarm. What was not a false alarm is that DoorDash is done. I don't need a DoorDash if I don't want to. And that all that rough math doesn't even include the idea that like I could pay my car insurance the following Monday, because it's due on a Friday. And then yeah. And I work Saturday and Sunday, so I could get those daily pays instant. Let me ask, actually, can you get daily pays instant over the weekend? That's important to know. Can you get daily pay instant on a Saturday for Saturday shift, Saturday work shift, same day? I'm checking to see my company, even though you can get an instant transfer, my company doesn't post the earnings for a whole 24 hours. So instant is 24-hour delay, and then free is next business day, which, for like Saturday and Sunday, it might not post till Monday, and then you can't get it till Tuesday. So, but regardless, I told you I'd have $175 to spare, so I'd be without DoorDashing, I'd have like $50 to $75 to work with extra, even affording my car insurance balloon payment. So again, I don't have to DoorDash. But what else? What else is on my mind? If you sat through that, smash thumbs up. Comment rough math in all caps. I'll favorite every comment that says rough math. We'll all know what we're talking about, but the randos won't. Maybe I'll go through the comments too when this is all done and I'm in a new spot, and I'll tell you which forests I'm talking about. Because some regions of the U.S., they're all jammed up on top of each other, so it's a bit of a hint, but not really. They're all like co-located. I could really go for a coffee. I wish this store opened. I think I'm gonna have to find a 24-hour. What I'm gonna do next after I finish this video is I'm gonna go to my favorite 24/7 coffee spot. I'm gonna get a coffee, keep chain smoking my light cigarettes, and then get ready to go do laundry, because I believe they open at 7 a.m. every day. Yeah, in this video, I do think this video will be worth $20 a mix, either in ad revenue or it'll drive like some $5 subscription payments through YouTube. So I think it was worth it for all of us. $20 is like, it'd give me a bunch of meal pouches to do cooking videos. It would buy me 1 gallon of white fuel for the stove is $15, 14 something at Walmart. So you can see like the revenue matters because it makes the content better. And then when we talk crazy revenue, then we're like talking about me getting gas money to go like all across the Rockies to film the sites, like just crazy stuff. And then crazy revenue I can save up for a pickup. I want a hard shell pickup, I think. Something from like 2005 to 2015, and I'll put a hard shell on it. I think I'd like, as a 6'4" gentleman, 6'4" tall, I think I'd like to sleep in the back of a pickup truck. Half my stuff like on little carts that wheel out, good access like when you're in the bed, but also wheel out the back, pull out carts like on sliding tracks. And then I'd like to sleep in the back of the truck. Maybe get one of those clubs for the front. That would be awesome, because if you had one of the red clubs on your steering wheel, not only are you like, people aren't going to try to steal it, but like maybe they would, but they like wouldn't assume you're in the back, so you have the element of surprise. So yeah, man, I'm definitely homeless. Like I didn't even title these videos homeless. I didn't identify with it. I thought I was like living in my car, I was car camping, or I was this or that, or an Eagle Scout in the woods, or it's like I have a job and I'm homeless. It's just as simple as that. I get credit for being homeless just because I wash and bathe like once or twice a week, and I have a job and I don't do drugs. Like, it doesn't mean I'm not homeless. I'm homeless. But I don't want a home, not yet. I tell you, my strategy is get to $1,000 savings and then like just go somewhere else to live in my car even longer. But I'd have to go somewhere warmer, like the southern tip of Florida. Or the southern tip of like, I wonder if Arizona, I wonder what the overnight lows in Arizona are. Let's check that up. We're gonna ask AI. Are manageable for long-term camping, tent camping. One thing AI is not good at is autocomplete. It says yes, there are. Oh my God. How about Southern California? I need dispersed camping. I know that New Mexico doesn't get below 2,000 feet. Oh my God. So Florida's definitely warm. I think I might go there. Is it safe in Florida to camp in regards to alligators? It calls Florida a paradise with teeth. There's a movie called like White Lotus, I think. No, that's a TV show. Damn it. There's a movie with the lady from Contact and the guy who like captures boa constrictors. It's pretty fascinating. So, and he like lives out of his pickup truck in the woods in Florida. All right, I think it's time to move. I'm gonna go get my coffee. Oh wow, I only have 3 cigarettes left. I'm like smoking a pack a day for sure, but it's better. I don't feel nearly as amped up or uncomfortable in the heart or chest or mind smoking these light ones. That's the only problem. They're more expensive because you smoke more of them, even though they're the same price. So that's it. I'll start my car just for shits and giggles to prove to you that I'm leaving. And I'll see you guys next time. Last Spot on the Left signing off. Don't forget to donate, hit subscribe, smash like, engage, get in the community. Go check out the Ask Me Anything. And I'm rooting for you, so root for me. Love you guys.